Howdy folks. Yesterday I showed y'all how to put the belt sander belt on the belt sander. Okay, so today we're going to adjust your fence out so that when you run a piece of board through there, you're going to get a flat edge. Now what you're going to need, turn your machine off first. That's the very first thing you need to do. But not just turn it off, but unplug it. Okay, then you need to get yourself a square. Okay. Now if you put this square next to the fence, see how you don't have no room? Now you adjust it with this right here. This here adjusts your fence to go, back and forth. This right here goes in and out. We're not going to adjust that one because I don't need to adjust my fence. It's already good. Now if we look down here on these right here is your teeth. There's what goes on the wood and everything. If you turn this right here, you can actually adjust it where it goes on part of the blade, or however you want it. You can make it where it goes farther on the blade if you have a bigger board, which we're just using, let's say about a inch thick board. Okay, so now to adjust your fence out to where it's going to be flat on the board. That might look straight to you. The only way to find out, the best way to find out, is you put your square up there on it. Okay, now you can see you got a gap. You don't want that gap. Okay, now it's hard to hold the phone, but see how there's no gaps now? Now there is. Okay. There's no gaps on the bottom or the top. Now you'll see a little bit of daylight because on the side of your fence you got little grooves right here and everything. That's fine if you see that daylight, but you don't want to see daylight down here or down here. So you want it like that. Okay. Now what you do is you just tighten this here up. Okay. You don't want to over torque it or anything like that. Now what you want to do is take your square again just to make sure, and see there's a little bit of gap down here at the bottom. Okay, so you got to loosen it up. Not much, just a little. Just pretty much take the pressure off of it because it holds pressure. Okay, just move it just a little bit. Okay, still got a little bit of a gap, so now the bottom part just needs to be turned just a little bit. That was more than what I was needing. Okay, there we are. We need it right there. Now your top part needs to butt up against it too, like that. Okay, now you tighten it up just a tad bit. Put it back through there. Hold what you got. Alrighty, now see, now there ain't no gaps. Okay, now you do the same thing on this side. Alrighty, now after you get that done, just to make sure, take your earmuffs, you stick them on first. Well, Take not sunglasses, your safety glasses. Put them on. And then your earmuffs. I'm gonna have to set y'all down for a minute to put them on. Alrighty. Now, make sure that's touching the fence. Now you take your cord, plug her in. Now you hit your switch. Now see, now it's all smooth, all the way across. Now you can run your fingers through there like that, and if it's smooth all the way across, you're good. But you can see right here, I got a little bit of a notch. All thing I do is just run it through there again to take that part out. And every time you run your fingers through there, it just needs to come down a little bit. Now you don't want to adjust your blade up too high. You adjust your blades right here. Now on this Delta one, right there, it'll tell you how many inches you're cutting off and everything like that. This right here raises your blade up, and this right here turns your speed. So you got your speed, you got your how much you want your it'll raise this part up, and it'll make it where how much you want to take off of the board you want to do. Now if you're doing pretty much like this right here, just barely taking the roughness off, you don't want to adjust it too high. You want it pretty much level. And when you run your board through there as well, now on that side you'll see a little gap, but on this side you don't want to see no gaps when you run it through there. Now I already know there's a little gap right here because of that little mark right there. So if I run it through there one more time and take that part out, then it should fit flat up against the table part. Alright folks, and that's how you adjust your joiner, make it where it's straight. We get straight edges, and be crafty, build something. It'll be good.